Hey everybody, Mark Henderson with MWH Adventures. Man, this is one I've been looking forward to, so I'm excited to get this thing started. So, this is the Zimbabwe elephant hunt. So I'll be going to the Lake Kariba area, which is up in the north. It's the largest man-made lake in the world. Lake Kariba is. I'll be flying into Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, and that's where I'll be picked up. And we'll go there, and this will be a 14-day hunt. We'll start with elephant. Hopefully, if we're successful there, then we can move on to crocodile, and then possibly even spotted hyena, and maybe a couple different plains game animals. This is a hunt that, you know, it's unbelievable that I'm even talking about it, you know, because as a kid, whenever you're reading, you know, Field and Stream and Outdoor Life, and you're reading, you know, capstick books, you know, and Rourke and all this, and you dream of hunting an elephant in Africa, but you know, life seems to, you know, make you feel like you'll never achieve that. But you know, I've been super blessed to go on a lot of adventures, and fantastic adventures. I mean, really blessed. But this is a big one. This is really a big one, and so I'm really excited about it. I'm glad that I'm, you know, putting this all together to bring to everybody. I hope that, you know, you'll be able to even find a way that you can find a way to do it yourself if you want to. Or otherwise, I hope that you can find some entertainment in it, or even some understanding and some education about the conservation behind it, because it's a sensitive, you know, hunt subject. And without all the facts and really understanding what is taking place, you know, people get a misunderstanding. But without hunters' dollars and the entire, you know, sustainable use model that is set up in these countries, there wouldn't be elephants left at all. And the area I'm going to is under a lot of, you know, human-animal conflict, you know, day by day. And because right now there's a major drought in all the countries of southern Africa, and so anywhere there's water, it's going to congregate elephants, and you know, there's humans in all these villages, and people are going to be around water as well. They have to have it just as much, right? So now if you've got this overpopulation of elephants for the country, and then you stuff them all in just a really small area around water sources, well, it turns into an ugly thing. With, you know, and also, believe it or not, they're actually eating themselves into starvation. I mean, it's part of the whole conservation behind, you know, the balance with elephants, especially because, I mean, they eat 400 pounds of a day per elephant, and they can absolutely destroy an ecosystem, and that filters all the way down to every single animal and every bird and everything in the area. So there's a lot of conservation behind it, and I hope that I can bring that education in this video to everybody. Anyway, just a few other details about this hunt, you know, to getting us started. So I actually found this hunt on AfricaHunt.com, which is it's a group I belong to. It's an online group. Anybody can become a member of it. There's a chat forum with all kinds of different, you know, message boards, and you know, it is a fantastic source of information for not only just Africa hunting, but international hunting all around, and even just, you know, news of what's going on in the hunting industry, and getting information on gear, and you know, bullets and rifles and all kinds of stuff. It is a great wealth of information on there, and I was looking through the deals, and sure enough, there was an outfitter that had posted, you know, that the Zimbabwe government had just issued these permits that, because of all the problems they're having, they're trying to get this under control, last second permits. This outfitter had it at a price that, you know, was right there in my wheelhouse. It made it, you know, gave me an opportunity, so I did my due diligence. I put my work in to vet these people out, because it's not an outfitter I've that I know, that I've ever been with, or that I'm even familiar with. So I didn't even know anybody that ever even hunted with them. But I went through, and used africahunt.com. I searched out a lot of stuff on these people. I reached out to different people that had hunted with them. I called them. I was able to speak to them. Then I contacted the outfitter themselves, Tokoloshe Safaris. Got hold of them, had a great conversation with them, got some more references. Called those references and went through it, and in the end, I felt great about it. And I called them up, and we booked this hunt, and then I tried to find the set of dates on the calendar that I could make this work, and man, I jumbled it all up, and I got it all smashed in, but I'm going to make this hunt. I will fly home from this hunt in Zimbabwe, come right straight back to work. I'll work 2 weeks straight without ever even going home, and then I will fly home, change out some guns, and maybe change dirty laundry or something out of the bag, whatever I need to do, repack, and I leave for South Africa the very next day for a hunt that I already even had scheduled. That was the rhino dart hunt in South Africa. So I'm fixing to have two great trips in Africa, and I'm hoping that these videos are going to show just these amazing adventures and this, that, the other. But right now it's the night before I leave out tomorrow. I'll have to stay the night in Johannesburg, so I'll fly to from Columbus, Ohio, here where I work in Ohio. I'll fly to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to the Delta direct flight straight over to Johannesburg. I'll stay the night in Africa Sky Lodge. They're doing my rifle permitting and everything, so I'll get all my rifle permitting through there, stay the night there, the next morning be back at Joburg at OR Tambo Airport, and then out to Victoria Falls on Airlink. So this is, like I said, I don't know how much I'm going by myself, so this will be the first time that I'm trying to juggle a camera and bags and everything all at the same time. But I'm hoping to kind of film this thing all along the way. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm fired up. Well, good morning. So here we are in Johannesburg. I stayed the night last night in Africa Sky Lodge. Africa Sky Lodge did my permitting, and I did the VIP service where I had an agent, meet me at the gate, get me through baggage claim, help me with the bags and through rifle permitting and everything, get me out to the shuttle bus, and then here to the lodge. Man, it was easy, nice, service, and we get here, and this place is really nice. If you need to stay the night in Joburg before your flight on the next day, or if you just want a nice, break before you head off the very next morning to your safari, operator place with them, Africa Sky Lodge is definitely a great place to stay. Give you just a little quick rundown of the room and the facilities here, and then I got to get on to the airport and get on to Victoria Falls today, but I'm going to give you a little quick, tour of this place real quick. This room has it has a room on the side with some twin beds and a big old nice bed that was sure comfortable last night. Woo! Big old shower, tub and everything. So yeah, it's a really nice place to stay. The food, last night that we had here was really good. That steak was heck of a lot better than the stuff that come out of a cardboard box on a Delta flight for sure. But no, this is a really nice room, nice place. We'll go out here, and they had a fire going last night so that you could out here at they got a really nice swimming pool. It's a little bit too chilly for that right now. But if you do come, in the time of year that summer that, the water'd be getting warm, well, it's here. They got a little workout room right there with some exercise equipment. Got the Boma fireplace area over there to chill out. They had the fire going last night, you know, to have a few cocktails around, visit, and get your mind, body, and soul prepared for that next day and after getting off of that long flight. But man, it's a really nice place. I met some cool guys last night, you know, that they're probably in here chowing down at breakfast. They got their operators meeting them this morning. Gonna take them on to camp. But I'm sure these guys are probably in here. They're from Georgia, in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And one of them's going on his very first safari, and a couple of the other guys are on their second. So, just like I tell everybody, once you go once, oh, you're hooked. Then you're coming back for dang sure. And these guys are coming back, bringing their buddy with them. Got a nice little bar area over there with beers and all kinds of other liquors, so that whenever you stay here, you can just sign into your room, and serve yourself. And it's nice to have a few cool ones before heading off to bed. But this entire place is just it's really nice setup. It's beautiful. So I'll give a little quick rundown of the dining room. Whew, fire, smoke.
How are you?
Morning, gentlemen. Yeah, these are the guys that are headed out today. And this is Joe and Will and Grant.
Nice to meet y'all.
And so everybody's fixing to load up on breakfast, and everybody's going in their different directions. But yeah, Africa Sky Lodge it's a pretty nice place, you know, to stay at, and they're really helpful as far as like your rifle permitting and stuff like that. They do a great job with that. So anyway, but so like I said, I mean, there's not much to go over on that flight. I mean, what can I say? Atlanta to Johannesburg, it's just a long flight. It's actually small. It was shorter than usually. It was under 15 hours this time, and it is what it is. So I didn't want to do any of the filming for that, but here we are. We're in Johannesburg, and had a really nice stay. We're gonna get some breakfast and get fueled up. We're gonna get going to Zimbabwe today. So we'll see you in Zimbabwe. Well, good morning. This is the first day of the hunt. We actually got here to the lodge yesterday evening. So we flew from Johannesburg to Victoria Falls, got into Victoria Falls, got through, you know, all the gun stuff and everything else, and got picked up, and we took off boogieing down the road. Took us a few hours to get here, down some, you know, pretty bumpy roads, but it was really, you know, kind of good to see the country. We actually drove through, you know, quite a bit of the hunting area, so I was able to see that, and you know, what kind of terrain we're looking at. Followed along the Zambezi River. We stopped at a place called the Anglers Club and had a couple cold Zambezi beers on the Zambezi River, and got to really enjoy that. That was pretty cool. And so we just followed the Zambezi River and you know, a couple different spots. It was really kind of cool. I got some nice video that I'll, you know, be able to put in on some TikToks or filter in on this. But yeah, we got here last night and had a great dinner, got settled in, and this is the first morning. So just kind of wanted to get this thing kind of kicked off. So right behind me is Lake Kariba, and it's the like the largest man-made lake in the world by volume. The Zambezi River flows into it, and that's one of the reasons why all the elephants and everything are here right now, is because of the water. Because I asked when the last time they got rain was, and it was January. So it's been a while. This place is dry. But wanna, you know, kind of give you a look around this morning and show you the place real quick, and then we'll get going. It's kind of cool seeing the, you don't usually see this. The buffalo and the grass and the thatch. That's pretty cool. It's really nice. They have a nice lodge. They do. The accommodations were really nice. It didn't take much to please me last night. I want to tell you, I was ready for bed, but air conditioned, fans, nice hot shower, and I was ready for bed. I've already come out and had a cup of coffee this morning, and the fishermen beat me up, I'll tell you. They were already out there fishing. But they've got this place set up really nice. It's pretty. We had a nice dinner last night down here by the fire, and yeah, we're gonna have a couple weeks of this, and I'm looking forward to every bit of it. Go ahead up here.
Tuesday, day before yesterday would be Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I have butternut here.
Oh, Yep. Yes. Look at this thing.
He's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
Front foot.
And if you go down my road here,
Yeah.
he exited, he came in through here, he destroyed the fence there, and he came in through here, then he went down the road, and then he turned to the left. His footprints are still there, he turned to the left, but I believe he came back.
Okay.
Yeah, he came back, and then he crossed over, and then sometimes during the day, he spends the day in this bush here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not even scared to be
Yeah, I believe
around
so.
during the day. The others will.
Do you have a cell phone, ma'am?
Yes,
Can I give you my number?
Yeah.
Because we would really like to help you with your problem.
Okay. All right.
And if you phone me,
Are you with Liesel?
yeah,
Okay, because I messaged
don't
Liesel.
phone
and-
Liesel, phone
phone
me.
you.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
easier because we might be 10, 15 minutes away from here.
Call this the elephant bum gate, where they just push trees over across the road.
Because they can.
Yeah, they just do it just because they can. Why'd the elephant push that over? Because he can. That's why.
Okay, and left it. Have a look at that huge termite.
Oh, over here?
Yeah. See it? It's massive.
That is a pretty good sized termite mound. Something else I want to show you. I want to show you what their axes are. You need to see these axes. It's hard to go anywhere. Always having to get the trees out of the road. Alright, so this afternoon we took a little nap, got lunch and everything, went out and was just fixing to take off and head back into that area to see if we could start seeing the tracks again and try and, you know, catch up to them. And when all of a sudden we seen these two bulls that were out on an island just right out from the lodge. So we got down the road a little ways, got closer, and, you know, was able to glass them for quite a while. And it looks like it's that one big-footed, you know, garden terrorist that bigot. So there's two bulls. There's one that's just, he's definitely bigger bodied, and it looks like his tusks might, not that they're much longer, but they look heavier. So there's definitely a really good bull in that group. And so we watched them. They headed back out, and they're headed back over into that area where we were at earlier. So we're just we're headed around to see if we can't catch up with them and cut them off and get moved in on these guys. So just want to give an update. It's day one, and we're in the thick of it. All right, well, there's the end of day one. We just got in this evening. We, while we were trying to head to get in front of those 2 bulls, we wound up running into a herd of 15 bulls. And there's a couple pretty good ones in there as well. Maybe not as big as that one in that first group, that couple we seen, but there's some definite shooters in there, a couple shooters. So we wound up glassing them. You know, they were just over into the park. We you know, can't hunt there. They crossed that river and they're in the hunting area. So we were just simply glassing them and waiting, but it wound up, you know, getting dark. And as you can see, we got a beautiful sunset behind us. You know, we were watching hippos, crocs, one monster croc I know I got on there. But had a fantastic evening. Seen 17 bulls today. So it was a good start, and we're going to be right back in that area and try and hopefully see where they've crossed into the hunting area, and then get to tracking and get on them, and you know, maybe make this thing happen pretty quick and sort it out tomorrow. I mean, we've already seen some good shooters, and we just need to be able to get them in our area and be able to, you know, get in on them. So I don't know. It's a promising start. I mean, I'm having a great time. So fixing to have a cool one and a nice meal, and we'll get back at this tomorrow.
See this field that we're looking at here?
Mm-hmm.
This is your typical maize field. I'd say it's about a hectare, 100 meters by 100 meters.
Yeah.
When they got that full of corn, and you've got those 2 elephant bulls that we saw yesterday in this field,
Yeah.
they destroy the whole thing in one night. That's their whole year worth of supply.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But people think that we must never shoot elephants.
That's the stuff that, you know, I'm trying to capture on this hunt as well, to really show and educate, you know.
Elephants do damage, but
Yeah.
human-wildlife conflict is unavoidable. Unavoidable. Here in this country, we've had a kind of, instead of having a rural-urban migration, we've had it the other way around. It's an urban to rural migration, so it's putting a lot of pressure on in the bush and on the resources in the bush. Lots more people growing maize as the staple diet.
Yeah.
They grow a second-grade sugarcane for making local beer. Sugarcane is sweet. We like it. Kids like sweets. Once elephants taste that, it's all over. And elephants never forget. They'll be back every year. And that's where now, when elephants come to the villages, someone gonna get hurt, and it's not the elephants. 5 tons versus 150 pounds. There's only gonna be one outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what was kind of interesting about visiting with that lady, Miss Yolanda.
Yeah.
You know, like, you could tell that, you know, she was not only upset about the fact that the elephant had been there for 3 nights and ate every damn thing in the garden.
Yeah.
You know, she was upset about that, but she was talking about how he's so brave and
Arrogant
and disrespectful, and
Yeah.
she's out here setting in the evening and he's right there, and so she's actually fearful.
That's exactly what it is.
She's fearful for her life, you know. This is her home, and this thing is in her backyard.
And it's not like a little dog that you can run out and pet. It's 5 metric tons of skin, bone, and muscle
An attitude.
and attitude, because it's used to humans.
Yeah, especially one that's come out of the national park.
I believe it's out of a national park, and
So he's seen thousands of vehicles chasing him every day to take pictures of him.
yeah.
And so,
And the other thing is the damage they do.
Oh
Yes,
my
yes,
gosh.
it broke her fences. Yes, it did this. But pretty soon you're gonna see the people complaining. No, the elephants dug up our pipeline last night. No, the elephants broke this. And the elephants, and they just do that because they can.
Yeah.
Look at all these fields. The guys are gonna start preparing. These are all fields. They start preparing them in middle of October, waiting for the November rain. Traditionally, that's when our rains come. Now you look, that's about a hectare.
Mm-hmm.
The next one's about a hectare. Here behind me, they'll prepare another maybe a hectare and a half. When the maize comes up through that, and you, one of the 17 bulls that we saw yesterday, are you telling me you're not going to come and taste any of that maize?
Yeah.
Please.
No. And the only thing that keeps them from killing them just, straight out is the fact that they know that with the system in place,
Yeah.
they get the money
Yeah.
and the jobs and everything else right here.
Correct.
If they don't kill it, if an actual hunter comes
Yep.
and takes it,
That's exactly
you know,
right.
and you try and explain this, that it's money driven. It has they have to have a value to them.
Got to put a value on the animal, or it just becomes.
Yeah, if it has no value, then they're going to get rid of it.
They're going to eat it. That's what it becomes. It becomes meat.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, but they've got cattle and they've got goats and they've got, donkeys. No. Cattle, goats, and donkeys are currency for villages.
Yeah.
That's not meat.
That's business.
Yeah, that's business. That's a different deal altogether.
Look at that. Yeah, that mailbox tree is big one. Yeah, these are the people that are living with them.
If you notice something as well, I'll show you something that people don't realize. Just have a look at these 3 little buildings. Those are outhouses, okay?
Alright?
We're going to go through this little village here. You look and tell me what we're all used to, okay? You look there and tell me, do you see any water tanks? Even here, for example. Do you see any water tanks? You see those 44-gallon drums there?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they use for water. They send the donkey carts to the river or the lake, go and get water. They do not have running water like we are used to.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. We're all used to it. We're all used to electricity and power in our homes. There's no power here.
This is
luxury
defense.
they have there. Look there. That guy's got himself a zinc roof or a tin roof. That's luxury to him.
Yeah.
There's the power lines, but there's no power to these houses. The other thing is that we have a quota-based hunting system where, I think you guys have deer season, or you have season, turkey season, whatever. We have a quota-based system. So like in this area, where I would say there's in excess of 1,000 elephants, you look at the whole area, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe there's 1,000 elephants. 1,000 elephants that need to eat equivalent to 44 gallons or 200 kilograms of food a day. That's a pile of food, bud.
That's a pile.
And if we got a quota-based system and we're shooting 7.5% or 8%, 10% of that, it's a management tool as well, because all of a sudden if you're taking out 10 animals, you're leaving 1 ton of food a week, basically. You're leaving 5 trees up because you know that elephant bulls knock trees down because they can, because they get into must and it's not just about we ruthless, bloodthirsty murderers. No, we're not.
They can actually eat themselves into starvation because they just destroy the ecosystem that they're dependent upon.
They won't,
Does-
but they'll kill the ecosystem here and then they'll just move on.
Yeah.
For an elephant to move 60, 70 miles in a night is nothing. Nothing. Move on, go and destroy the next place. What is great to see though, of those elephants we saw yesterday, they haven't been seen for years and years and years. But the guy next door on that concession, he took over about 4 years ago. Strict anti-poaching.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're starting to see game, the elephants are coming out, they're not feeling pressure, and that's all pretty much, okay, I know who the guy is, but it's all revolving around hunting.
Yeah.
He's a pilot, owns his own aviation company, but he flies around hunters to their various destinations. So everything has to do with hunting.
Well, because it revolves around the money coming in.
Correct.
It has to have, he has to have a reason to want to do that.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, he drilled a borehole. They've even got tame zebra there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've never heard of a zebra in the whole Zambezi Valley until you get to your hunting concessions further down the lake.
Wow.
They've got zebra there now. They've got all the little plains games starting to come back.
Yeah, you know, listening to Lisa talk about that concession she took over, that was in like 2019, right?
But when we go there, you'll be amazed to say never. And all it was a little bit of a lot of anti-poaching, a lot of hard work, dedication.
She said there wasn't an animal at all. There was
Nothing. Not even a dung beetle. Because the dung beetles need to eat dung. There's
Yeah.
no dung there.
Yeah.
Not a rabbit, not a lizard, nothing.
And now it's got all kinds of, it's got, you know,
Bush buck,
Good bush
elephants
buck.
every day.
good herds of kudu and impala and
Yep, leopard. I mean, the guy shot a great leopard this year.
yep.
Obviously, with the good plains game, the leopards follow the predators, follow the prey, and not far from them is the national park. Pretty soon they're going to get the buffalo numbers down because there's poaching in the national park. Poaching you cannot stop, but you can at least try and control.
Yeah, the dikers and greaseback and
Yep.
everything that's come back, and it just simply took just a lot of work of protecting the area
Correct.
and letting the animals go, okay, you can live here and we're going to give you sanctuary and protection here and build it up. But there's got to be a purpose to do that.
A lot of guys are farmers. They grow cattle, sheep, pigs, whatever. Liesel and them, they're also farmers if you want to look at it from that point of view.
Yeah.
They're growing wildlife.
Yeah.
But when you're a cattle farmer, do you kill everything in your stock, your herd?
No.
You don't.
But you have to kill some.
You have
gotta
to kill
fund.
some.
You got to fund it somehow.
And that's exactly what
The hunting industry is.
the essence of hunting is.
That's right. What are they collecting in those buckets back there?
Water.
All those buckets of water?
Water.
Yeah. Oh, so they're bringing water here to pour out for. Oh, okay. Crop they're growing. Yeah. All right.
Remember, for you and me, yes, water's life to everybody, okay? But
Yeah.
we can go up to a faucet, open it, drink that glass of water. For them, and we can get in a bath on Sunday night, bubble wash ourselves. Water is for cooking and drinking. That's a fact. Yes, they do bath, yes, they do shower, but maybe once a week. Maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to capture this road right here. I knew when we come down yesterday and I didn't get it. But the next opportunity I wanted to, because this is what I'm trying to explain and show a lot of people, and they just don't get it. You know, that's a lot of the reason why I'm doing
Wait until we get to where we're going, where they say, the villagers say that there's plenty of elephants. Now those elephants have moved from the national park, Chiseria, which is not far from here. This time of the year, and with the serious drought that we have in place, or that we have, we didn't put it there, but we've got quite a bad drought. And the elephants are moving because of the pressure on the water holes and the springs. When you've got a lake like this, Lake Kariba, millions and millions of cubic meters of fresh water. Elephants love fresh water. Of course they're going to move. So, for the folks back home, this is Lovemore. He's the authority of the area here. Obviously he works for the council. He's always on the hunts with us. He monitors the hunts. Lovemore, how many children do you have?
I've got 4 children.
4 children. Only one wife, eh?
Yeah.
And does your wife have any family or sisters or brothers? And
She got brothers. She got 5 brothers.
Mm.
And she's these numbers in the family.
so if we shoot an elephant today, the nyama will go to not just you, but to your wife, to the brothers, to your kids, to their kids. So everyone is benefiting, huh?
Yeah, but in most cases, the closest community are the most who benefit.
But you guys will get something, obviously.
Something,
You've got
yeah,
it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I
we do
mean,
take,
right now there's lots of elephants, isn't it?
yes, they
And
are.
it seems that they are pushing trees, they're destroying everything. If you guys even try to put any crops, they are going to finish them.
Yeah,
That's the problem with it. It's the human-wildlife conflict that we get. And unfortunately, there's just too many elephants. That's
that's
the truth.
That's the truth. Yeah.
In Wangi National Park, it can only sustain 20,000 elephants. It's not what I'm telling you. It's not what we've read. It's what they've scientifically proved it. And
Yeah.
those elephants, why are they moving from the park? Because look behind us.
There is
Lake Kariba,
there's
fresh
Lake
water.
Kariba, fresh water.
Hmm?
There is no water around this.
There's no water, there's no springs, all the springs have dried up. So now they come, and then of course, because we're in a council area where there's lots of villages and communities, there'll always be a human-wildlife conflict. Always.
Yeah. They even sometimes invade gardens.
Well, we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Shame that old lady. Ate all of her pumpkins and her melons or whatever she was growing. Shame.
Yeah.
And she's a well-respected community member, that lady.
Yeah.
And not only did it eat her pumpkins and stuff, auntie, you saw it broke the fences.
The fences.
Then what's next? The pipeline.
Pipelines.
Yeah. And so are elephants friendly? No,
No, they are not.
they are not friendly.
They are not used to people.
It's not something that is not like a dog that you can go and pat it. Ah, you're a nice boy, nice to see you. No way.
No. No.
Deadly.
No, they are not.
Amushi, thanks, love.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully we get one.
Yeah, today definitely we are going to get one. Because these communities have been always troubled by these elephants.
Is it? Eh?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like the communities, they spend a lot of time building their fences so that they can grow their maize when the rains come, and elephants just break everything
They
down.
break
And,
everything,
but do they only grow maize here, or do they grow a little bit of sorghum or
yeah.
it's dryland crop?
They grow maize, sorghum, millet sometimes.
Aish.
Not all.
That's
Because
like
these soils,
that's like apple truffles to an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fact. Yeah? Maize, sorghum, and millet.
Yeah. Depending on the grounds. But these soils, they're likely to grow millet.
They don't grow any of those sugarcane.
No.
No, not here.
Sugar canes, yeah, except if you look for springs
Okay, that's where they grow them.
where there's corn.
But the elephants will eat that sugarcane immediately.
Everything.
Everything. It's the time of the year.
Yeah. Especially this time of the year, whenever they see green shit,
Mm.
they run for them.
No.
And they're likely to live along the lake because of water, green trees for shade during daytime.
Yeah. And also what happens is when the wind picks up, because now we're sort of getting towards the end of August. August traditionally is known for its global winds. When the wind comes off the lake, these trees here are much cooler than, say, the trees on top of where there's no shade, obviously.
Yeah,
The evaporation of the water makes it a little bit cooler, and the elephants know that. And then they know that if they want to drink, it's right there. They just come down.
they swim.
Oh, they come and swim, yeah, that's true. They love swimming.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
they like swimming, especially during hot season, October, November.
But now if they're swimming and there's a fisherman there, what happens to him and his boat? Or he just quickly goes away
It goes away.
because he sees. And why? Because he's scared.
Yeah,
The fear factor. Is that your pen?
yeah.
I found it. It's mine.
No, no, no.
Well, let's see what the guys say and see where they've gone to.
They will have to be back soon. But
They
I
might
hope
be
we are
back
going to
shortly. Don't go anywhere. Don't go running after them.
I was just trying to get a better angle. back down here at the Mlibizi River. We're on day 4. On day 2, we actually was able to stalk in on some bulls, and we shot a good bull. He's wounded, and we tracked him. We left him overnight. So then the next day, yesterday, we wound up following up on him. He had crossed the river, and he had gone over into forestry land. So we had to get permission to follow him up into forestry. So then we followed him up into forestry. We found the group again. And whenever I say this, I want you to understand this tracking is, it's putting some miles on boot leather, through some pretty rough terrain, but man, that's elephant hunting. You have to hunt them with your feet for sure. But we were able to get in there, and we got in on them, but they were in some really thick jazz, and we just couldn't get the right shot at him again. And then they kind of scattered a little bit, and we could never get back in on him, so we had to back out again last night. Just lost light, and so now we're back at the river, and we're trying to pick them back up again, this same group. And once we get them picked up, then we'll be able to start putting a track in on them, a stalk in on them, and get this thing finished off. As far as the shot, I don't know, it just, everything felt right. It was, but he's, we've seen blood, and he's been sick, but he's still on his feet, and so we're having to follow up and do our due diligence, but we're still working at it. We are, and we're having a great time getting in some good stalks. It's been a great hunt. The hunt's by far not over. We're still trying to finish this one up, so we'll let you know.
I think it's market day.
It's market day. It's shopping day. There is some goat trading going on today. Definite horse trading going on today.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to a crocodile hunt. We got one that we've spotted. He's on an island, quite a ways further into the bay. This is an area where it basically is, for all kinds of reasons here, for the river and this, that, the other, that the hunting area concession starts here where we can hunt. So we're going to have to start baiting to draw him. So we're going to pre-bait tonight. There's a ton of crocs right here. Whenever they get to really eating and chewing on the bait and making all kinds of racket, they'll wind up drawing him, get him over, and then he'll know that there's food here to eat and this, that, and the other. So that then maybe in the morning, it'd be even better if we have the wind going that way. Then whenever we bait and it gets out there, it's definitely going to, have even a better chance of drawing him right in. And by that time, we'll be in a blind, and hopefully we can put it on. This is a big crocodile. This is a sure enough dinosaur here. So hoping we can make this work out. So we're baiting.
Take him just behind, to the left of the eye. Right. That's a good shot, bud. On the shoulder. There we go. That's it. It's safe. Let's go and get him. That's him.
Yes. Thank you, boy.
Excellent, bud. Huge.
He's a good one.
You've done the community a whole lot.
Yeah.
Big favor, actually. Yeah.
And he's got his full tail.
Full tail.
Full tail, bud.